It's not Tuesday, but I'm here with you guys on Thursday to bring you an unboxing. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday and that you guys enjoy this unboxing with me. Um, Before I get into this box, I do want to let you guys know that Maniology Live will be taking a break next week. Yes, so me and Dev are taking some time off, but don't worry. When we come back in January, we'll have something great and wonderful for you that hopefully you'll be looking forward to. Some sizzling manicures, but that won't be until January 4th. So make sure you are following us then, and that you also hit that subscribe and the bell so you never miss one of our lives. Okay, so it seems like this year is going in warp speed already because we're at like the end of December. But even though I'm introducing January 2022's collection, I feel like we're gonna slow it up a little bit and kind of get into a little bit of art history from a time period called Art Nouveau. So without further ado, this is our box lovingly called Art Nouveau. I don't know about you guys, but I love art. I'm going to assume many of you are. I did see a question that was posed, asking if any of you guys knew the artist that inspired this box. And it seemed like actually many of you did guess correctly. So I'm going to assume many of you love art as much as I do. And when I was going to school, art history was definitely my favorite. And of course, I don't remember everything. I'm a little older and I've been out of school for quite some time now. But in general, art is made to like invoke feelings, tell a story, kind of tell, I guess, a story about the time period and what was going on, or just anything that meant anything to the artist. And that was just always something that I could respect. Even, I guess, if it was a political statement too. So with this month's box, we worked hard to try and capture the essence of two famous artists during the Art Nouveau period, which is Alphonse Mucha and William Morris. And I really can't wait to share this collection with you guys. And everybody welcome Carol. She is online with me today, so she's going to be helping to kind of direct any questions you guys might have. I'll try my hardest to kind of answer questions along the way too. So Art Nouveau is currently on our website right now, and you can subscribe today if you want to at www.manixme.com. But first, when you open up the box, you'll receive your awesome and beautifully curated description card, which gives you a strong feeling of what the inspiration was for this month. So like I said, this is all inspired by Art Nouveau, but specifically Alphonse Mucha and William Morris. And I'll go into a little bit more detail about that, but this is curated specifically for the collection. It's beautifully written, so please read this. And it's beautifully designed. We also give a how-to tutorial with every box. And this month's is called Rose Tapestry. So you see this beautiful reverse stamping design. And we also give you the steps on how to do it. So there's that. You definitely get these two cards. And then also, let me open this up. And I just want to mention too, maybe I'm jumping a little bit ahead of myself, but we also have a wonderful express kit, which basically is going to come with everything I'm going to discuss here except the nail polishes. So if you're a person that has like, you're good with polish, you have like all the stamping polish, your G, then the express kit would be for you. And the express kit also comes with its own postcard as well that has like all the beautiful descriptions about everything that you're receiving. Okay, so I'm gonna kick it off with our very first plate. And this is MXM071. Okay, I know you guys like some ASMR. I got nubs, so let's see how well I do. Okay, sorry, I'm just ripping. You guys know how I have trouble with the corners. Okay. I do that just for you guys. So we're kicking it off with this plate. Like I said, it's MXM071. And this plate, as you can see, is inspired by Alphonse Mucha and his beautiful designs. He made famous his art for like the divine and elongated designs of the feminine form, graced with like luscious botanical backgrounds. And I just wanted to share, so I kind of nerded out when I was researching these two artists, and I watched this really cool YouTube documentary given by his son. I believe you say it, Jiri Muka, who said that his father's favorite flower was lilies because it was the symbolism of purity of the soul. And so this flower is used in much of his art. But I just wanted to bring it up just a tad bit closer so you can really see all the intricate designs and all the beautiful like ladies that he drew. And this is a really popular one. I'm gonna try and do a reverse stamping, I'm sorry, look today using this design. I don't know if she's called like the Zodiac woman, but it's a really beautiful art piece that he drew. So I just wanted to show you guys that. I can't get enough of this plate. It's gorgeous. Okay, so the next plate I have is MXM072. Again, let me hit this up. Okay, so I want to kick it off with a quote before I introduce this plate. Have nothing in your house that you do not know to be useful or beautiful or believe to be beautiful, which is a quote by William Morris. And I thought that was really impactful because this plate embodies the ornateness and quite the opposite scenery of the times in which, like of his times, which was the industrial period. So, think of factories and all that kind of stuff. And he really popularized the arts and crafts movement with a strong belief in craftsmanship. And like I said, I'll go into more of that later because like I said, I totally geeked out and wrote notes and everything. But, he had a very strong belief about craftsmanship and goods that have form, function, and beauty, and appreciating the local artists. So you'll find, again, just like all of these like really ornate vines and flowers, and there's so many things you can do with this. And if you personally love to do reverse stamping, these plates are for you. Just look at all of the things that you can do and like color in. And if you go ahead and look up these two artists, like you can get some really beautiful inspiration. That's exactly what I did. So we'll see how today turns out. I hope I do them justice. So next, I am going to be going into the two early release stamping polishes that also comes with this box. And first we have Baroque. And there you go, sorry, Baroque. And this right here is a dark purple with a subtle hue of dusty gray in a cream finish. So I don't know if you can kind of see that dusty grayness in it, but it's a beautiful deep color. And actually, if you're looking at the how-to, that is the color that was used in the outline here. Gorgeous purple. Okay, and the next color we have is called Renaissance, which is a metallic gold made with fine smooth shimmers for a soft heavenly glow. And I think you can see that like gold right there. That's sexy right there, right? That's why I'm moving it around like that. Yeah, this is a very nice, beautiful, lush color. Okay. And let me move some things on the side. So on top of your box, you also get a personalized sticker here. It says, "You say stamping addict," like it's a bad thing, right? I have this sticker around in the office. It's so fun. But you can just put this anywhere if you have like a storage folder, your refrigerator. I wouldn't put this on a car. If you have like a, what do you call, like a cup, a tumbler that you use, these stickers are super cool. And then you get also like a cool description card that tells you, you know, I believe if you're a first time subscriber, you get these just so you know exactly what it is that you're supporting. And of course, if you're a first time subscriber, you also get a stamper and scraper, because what is stamping if you don't have these too? So after your first box, you won't get another stamper and scraper, but definitely helpful tools. So every box comes with a surprise gift item, and this month you get 3 sheets of these ornate stickers. So let me bring them up so you can kind of see. This has like a really beautiful like damask like print, and they're all in gold, so I just wanted to kind of show you what they shine like so you can see that. Oh, I see a recommendation here for more nail history type theme plates. Please give us some ideas in the comments. We would love to hear them, because art history kind of goes synonymous together, right? So these stickers here are very thin, which is perfect if you have a really deep C curve or you have flatter nails. The thinness really helps to adhere to the nail, plus to top coat it. And actually, go like this. Not that I think it really matters, but so you can see like these beautiful vines. And then here is another print. So these are all individual stickers here. So I don't know if you can kind of see the cut lines. This is not a whole print that's going to go onto your nail. These are individual. Okay. So it comes with that, and that is your surprise free gift that comes with your box. So definitely, if you like what you see and you don't want to see my demonstration, which I'm sure you do, right? Because you guys like hanging out with me, right? I do want to give you guys this promotion. If you're a first-time subscriber and you've never heard of us before and you would like to go ahead and use a discount code, please do so. You can find this box right now. It's online right now, just released not even 24 hours ago. And go to manixme.com. You get you get $5 off your first month subscription. And so if you want the box collection, which is what I just featured here, use SUB5 in the checkout. If you are interested in the express kit that I mentioned, which comes with everything that I showed you except the nail polish, the 2 nail polishes, you still get the free gift. Then use SUB5X in the checkout. So go ahead and take advantage of this $5 off coupon if you are a first-time subscriber. Okay, let's get started, shall we? Okay, I'm gonna bring my little notebook closer to me because, like I said, I have a lot of cute like tidbits from these artists and stuff. So I kind of geeked out a bit. A lot of my conversations start with, oh, I watched a documentary on it. So if that tells you anything about how I am, yeah. I love to watch documentaries. Ever since I was a kid, I was like that. So let's see, which plate do we want to play with first? We'll do the Alphonse Mucha plate. Okay, so first of all, actually, first things first, right? Let's go ahead and swatch these two colors out. I'm gonna get my stamper. You know what, actually for this particular thing, I'm gonna use my round stamper because hopefully the design will come out round. Okay. I'm so glad you guys are joining me. There's, I'm sure, you know, just last minute things to do since, you know, Christmas is like literally days away. Cooking, you know, if that's your thing that you do with your family. I really appreciate you guys spending time with me today. And if you guys are out traveling, can you let me know where you're at? That sounds like fun. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and swatch out Baroque, which is the purple. I'm actually gonna bring this in tighter so you guys can see what's up. Is that better? Yeah, I think that's better. I'm gonna do these beautiful flowers here. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Okay. Just as expected. Here, I'm just gonna kind of show it at an angle that the purple is very dark, so stamping on black is no-go. But the white shows up really nicely. And again, too, I think I mentioned this before, but you know, just a little tidbit, but gray is a nice substitute for black. So I really do believe that this purple could definitely stamp over like a dark gray, but black, no. But there you go. That's the swatch for the top. Now let's go ahead and swatch out this Renaissance. And oh, Lucky, I'm so sorry to hear that, but I hope home life is okay. You guys want a story time? You guys got time to hear a story? Since I saw that, my heart goes out to you, Lucky. Literally minutes before I came online, it's been a really wicked 24 hours for me and my family, because I got a notice that I may have been infected as well. And so I got tested and it's been crazy. But like I said, minutes before I was about to go on, I got the all clear. So I'm thankful, extremely thankful for that. And Lucky, I hope everything is going well with you and your family and everybody is healing up nicely. So, and if anybody else is dealing with that, I definitely have compassion for going through that right now. It's no joke. So just sending out my love. If you don't want to share, that's completely fine. I understand. I just figure I kind of share some story time because my brain has been wrecked. I really appreciate you guys being, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Thank you. I just had a coworker come in. I guess I left my keys somewhere. Thank you. Oop, see, my mind was wrecked. I totally left my car keys elsewhere and I didn't even remember. So what was I doing? I was showing you guys Renaissance, right? Right. Okay, so, ooh, can you see that gold? are you having a hard time focusing there? Okay. Hope you guys can see that. Okay, there you go. So over white, it kind of looks a little silvery. Black, it looks kind of silvery, but when it moves, you can see that gold. So there you go. Without, like, just stepping regular. Come on, focus, focus, focus. So what I was gonna say before that, you know, talking about all of this COVID, thank you for, you know, listening to my very vulnerable story. There you go. I hope you guys saw that, because the fact that this is not focusing is really irking me right now. But I really hope that you guys can see that. Good? Good. Okay. You're like, yeah, Tiana, you can move on from this, but I just want to make sure you guys can see the colors and stuff. So, gold, regular. Okay, so let's go ahead and swatch it out on tips. So I have my 5 tips here, and I'm gonna go ahead and use Renaissance. I feel like when we see it on the actual nail, it's gonna be no comparison. It's a beautiful, like, goldy, pearly, pearlescent. Did I totally just make up my own word? I normally do. Okay, there you go. Kind of has like a gray hint to it, but I think it, I mean, if you guys are aware of like Frosty, the color, I think it's called Frosty, kind of has that same kind of silver shimmer, but when the light hits it just right, it looks gold. Okay, and the next color I'm gonna do is Baroque. Which is this really deep purple. Okay. I'm sure on the camera you're not going to be able to see any of its gray hue, but it's there when you get the color. Frozen, thank you. Frozen, Frosty. Thank goodness you guys knew what I was talking about. Okay. And I did, stipple some color on top of this. This color right here is coconut, and I'm going to use it as the base for that zodiac print that I was telling you about. But in the meantime, because, you know, the reverse stamping is going to take a little bit, I want to go ahead and let's try and stamp out a few of these designs while those are waiting. In the meantime, I think I want to use some color. Now, because I don't want you guys waiting here all day, I am going to go ahead and use the sponge method to go ahead and lay down my base. Or else you guys are going to be like, Tiana, I have things I need to do today. I know you guys are real supportive and stuff like that, but I think I just feel guilty for keeping you guys here forever. Okay, this is a really, really light blue, but I wanted to do like a contrasting stamp, what do you call, of like a dark blue. So what I'm using is Doll Dance right here. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more. This color is really, really light. So I just wanna get on a little bit more so I can kind of have like a hint of that color on. Okay, you can kind of see that really baby bluish color. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that down. And let's go ahead and let's see. I'm using mint. Aw, thank you. I'm so glad you guys enjoy these previews / unboxings. They're meant to be, you know, educational. We want to definitely show you what is in the box so you know, you don't have any questions about that. And play around a little bit. I think some people, they don't necessarily have, you know, any ideas until maybe they start seeing things. Unless there's something that really strikes you, if that's like your theme. You're like, yeah, I can see what I can do with this, but not everybody has that same experience. So that's what these unboxings are made for. Okay, so there you go. That's mint, this really soft mint color. Okay, is that? It's dry. Oh, okay, nice. Okay. I'm gonna stamp over these too with the colors that come in the box because we all want to see what the colors look like stamped over each other, right? So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm gonna be, let's try out this beautiful design right here. Okay. Where is my, I'm gonna use my ice cube stamper here. That did not come out nicely. Let's try that again. Okay, let me clean that up. So if you're curious about what I'm using right now to clean this up, I'm using the pineapple cotton grabber. I just don't have my pineapple, but it works just as well, and it works perfectly too because I have regular polish on my hands right now. So, you know, I don't want to get that messed up. But I want to show you guys something. So these are heavily etched plates. We do have some plates that are, you know, have a lot of etching and stuff in them. And so I am going to see if I can show you guys what this looks like. Sometimes when you clean, you might get like these cotton threads in your plate. So after you clean it, I would recommend that just rubbing your finger over to get those little cotton, you can kind of see them balling up right there. Yep, that's all I'm doing is just rubbing it. The cotton comes off. Unless you have lint-free pads, that's a really good solution. Honestly, lint-free pads are kind of expensive. If you have them, that's wonderful. If not, this works. And you just kind of wipe it off. Sometimes we get questions about that, so I just wanted to kind of make sure that was a little tidbit that you guys knew about. Sorry if you hear me rummaging around in here, but let me see what's going on. Just in here making sure that my stamper is sitting in my stamper holder nicely. It's clean. Let's try that again, shall we? I'm taking Baroque and I'm doing this. Okay. I'm gonna scrape. Okay, there you go. That is a lot clearer. And let's see, I'm gonna get that birdie on. Just let me pat down some of these edges. You can see. Now you can just imagine, look at all the areas that you could color in here for doing reverse stamping. But you can see, I think that's a cardinal with all the flowers. And it looks like it's on like a trellis. So there. So that is purple, the Baroque color, stamping over Renaissance. And now I'm gonna do it again, but this time we're doing the opposite. With chestnut. Haha, I actually have chestnut. I plan to use it today. So, okay, I'm gonna do another design. Let's do this Alphonse Mucha one here. Okay. Let me get another beautiful like keyhole kind of design. Okay, there you go. Beautiful pickup. And let's see. I don't think I'm gonna get the outline, but that's okay. Oh, this one is a little off center. My bad. No. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but I actually got a little bit of stamping. Ah, good. Okay, yeah, that's not what I wanted in my design. So I am taking it away. Go away, go away. Okay. When you have stringy designs like that, you have to make sure that you're kind of, I don't want to necessarily say rocking the design, because you don't want to warp your design either, right? Too much rocking and stuff can actually warp the design, especially when you have a lot of lines. But more so what I mean is to make sure it's firm, you know, because if you just do one of these numbers and stuff, a lot of those little straggly strings like that, I don't know if you guys can see that. Those little pieces can actually flip onto your design, just like what happened to me. And if it just happens to catch like a nice tacky part of your manicure, it just might mess up the whole thing. So lucky I was able to pick it off right there and told it to go away. Okay, so there. So now you can see what these two designs look like. And moving on. Okay. Let me see if I can pick up, not let me see if I can, I know I can. Or maybe this design, I like that design. Another heavily etched design, but let's see. Which blue? I think I like Winter's Kiss. Why? I don't know. I love blue, but this one kind of has a little bit of grayishness to it, and it's a deeper color. So I like that. I guess that's what I'm feeling for these days. And it's kind of fitting given the fact that we just entered winter. Okay, there you go. I picked up this beautiful design. Now let's see it stamped. So, okay, I go back to what I was saying about those straggly lines. So you see how sometimes I'm kind of hovering over the design for quite a long time? it's because I'm trying to push down those edges. If I was even doing this on my own nail, I would do the exact same thing. So it's not just because this is on a nail tip that I'm doing that. I think it's just a really good tip for when you have heavily etched designs like this, that you just kind of pay attention to the line work and stuff. If you're doing reverse stamping, I don't think that's going to be a problem. But if you're stamping like this, you know, you might get like those little stragglies and stuff, and you don't want that. And what I mean by if you're doing reverse stamping, it's okay. You know, when you're doing reverse stamping, you're putting in color into like the design. So you're kind of helping to keep the design together. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Give me some hearts if, hey, T, you make sense. I got you. If not, I'm sure I can explain that again. But yeah, look how beautiful that design is. It's so ornate, and it keeps not showing. I hope you guys can really see that. I see like the little tulip in there. Okay. Okay, thank you. Josie, yes, I am gonna do some reverse stamping, but I'm waiting till the very end. Not for suspense, just because it's gonna take me time. I have one more tip I need to do, and then we can move on. Okay, so I'm going to stamp over this green, and let's see. I feel like I want to do a face so you can really see like these designs. Maybe I'll do this one. Let's try that one. Okay. So I got green here. Let's try this chestnut. Okay. Chestnut is a really beautiful brown with like flashes of green shimmers in it, green gold shimmer. Okay, so here you go. That's what that design. So again, you know, if you can imagine the reverse stamping version of this, where you can get creative, you can color her hair, her skin, her little hat or a hood. You can do so much. And of course you have the flowers. So ideas are endless, possibilities are endless. I feel like if I wanted to, I could probably line the tops and the bottoms here, but it's more so you can see what the design looks like. It's gorgeous. Okay, so reverse stamping. I said I wanted to use this right here, this zodiac. And actually, I wanted to pick up with chestnut as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. And let's see. Just so you guys know too, for this design, I'm going to be using the sticky base coat. So if you've never seen me use it, we have other videos on it, but you'll get to also see me use it today, which is awesome. Okay, I'm also going to be using brushes, these beautiful detail brushes that came with last month's box, the Mythical Creatures. So I'm going to be using that to color in the designs. Ah, you know what? I just had an idea. And now that idea is flying out the window. But these stickers, hold on, wait a minute. Let me flip the script a little bit and see if I could actually put some stickers. That green is looking real bare, that's why, for me, this one. So let's see if I can put some vines around her. Okay, so this is just some tweezers I've had before. And like I said, these designs are really ornate and thin. So you want to be careful with them. Let's see what I can grab and what would make sense to put over there. Oh, some of these pieces are actually quite large. Okay. But I did want to show you guys how to kind of use these stickers. So you can see, I want to show you how thin. Wish you guys could really see how thin that is. Okay. Just trying to carefully place that here on the design. Okay. And I do realize that there's going to be like pieces hanging, which is fine. And I will show you guys how to get rid of that. I just have to go grab a tool that I don't actually have at my disposal right now. But anyway, so if we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and just lightly push that down. Okay, hold on. Okay. So what I'm going to use for this next part, so like I said, you see the excess under here. We want to clip that off if that was like our regular nail, right? So I'm just going to kind of lift it up so you guys can see. Okay, I don't know what this camera is trying to focus on, but it's not my nail. Okay, so I'm taking this cuticle nipper and I'm trying to go as close as I possibly can to the area. So like say for instance, if you're good at pre-measuring, good on you. But I like to try and get it as close to the nail as possible. So that way when you put your top coat on, it's not an issue. Like you don't want all these edges to be sticking out because that's gonna ruin the manicure or it's not gonna lay flat. Now, I know it kind of seems unrealistic because this is not on an actual nail, but I do use a similar technique. I also have an orange stick here too that I'll just kind of lightly press just to make sure that it's laying flat. Okay. But look at that. If you compare, let me see how close I can get this. Look at that. It's not like sitting, look how thin it is. What is going on? That's how thin it is in comparison to the stamp and the actual nail. So there's that. Let me see if I can find another design so I can kind of cap the edge there. Let me see if this design will work here. So just be careful, okay? Just kind of use this to work the design. Okay, and just lightly peel it off. Okay, let me just get that on there. And it's not really sticking to the design, so, I mean to the nail, so I can kind of play with it a little bit. Just using the back to kind of flatten that. See, if I don't have an orange stick, then I just use a flat end of my tweezer there. And I'm gonna go ahead, push that down. I feel like I can be a little rough with it now because the design, everything is dry. And that's the great part about using stickers. It's like an instant manicure boost, you know? Oh, that looks a whole lot better. It doesn't look so bare. What do you guys think? Give me hearts if you like the stickers. So again, it's beautiful, beautiful way to just deck out your manicure really instantly. And I'm just gonna use my smudge-free top coat just so you guys can see what that looks like. And how easy it is. Make sure it's laying flat. Cap the free edge. And there you go, done. Okay. Oh, darn. Talk about me being careless. I'm actually not even using my apron. Normally I do. I drop the tip, but it's okay. So I'll just let that dry there. Okay, so now what you guys have been waiting for. Reverse stamp, come to me. Okay. See, am I ready for this? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. And stamp. Okay. There, I don't know if you guys can see her. I'm gonna kind of clean off some of the other designs there. Okay. So I'm gonna just be using like a multitude of colors, so don't mind me. And I'm gonna be using my mat for this because I wanna lay down the colors. So I'm gonna be using, this is Skin Deep. Okay. So like I said, taking one of these detail brushes, I'm gonna go ahead and start painting the skin, her skin. Now, if you guys go on like Google while I'm doing this, just take a short break. Don't cut me off, but just go like look at Google. The colors are so gorgeous in this painting. All of his work is just so ornate. I mean, both of their works are just very ornate, but so there you go. I'm just, this I have a little bit more control. So normally if I was going over a stamped area, I would be kind of like dotting. I mean, I guess I am dotting the design, but I don't have to worry about like reconstituting the polish underneath, if that makes sense. And so let's see. So let's see if I can remember some of the tidbits I liked about Alphonse Mucha while I'm doing this and stuff. So I watched, like I said, this really cool documentary told by his son about his dad. And he lived a pretty interesting life. He really actually didn't personally identify with like the whole Art Nouveau movement because he felt like art was a classic thing, not necessarily like a trendy, or rather art shouldn't be trendy, you know, like the newest thing. It should be timeless and classic. So, you know, he personally didn't agree with being coined that, but that's kind of the era that made him famous. And he ended up becoming popularized because he had like his break with this famous actress, Sarah Bernhardt. And you can find these paintings online. They're absolutely gorgeous. And she commissioned him to do a painting for this movie she was in. I think it was like a Greek movie or something. And that's how he got popular, and that was kind of she was his muse. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, that's what you don't want to do. I'm reconstituting the design underneath, and I don't want to do that. Okay. So, yeah, and then he, kind of got famous from there. He started making art for like different, like promotional art for different companies, like champagne, cigarettes, or I guess at that time they used rolling papers, movie posters, all kinds of stuff. So, his artwork, I guess, became more mainstream, especially in like the entertainment era because of that Sarah Bernhardt lady, and just used in a lot of like commercial goods. But yeah, and his life at the end was kind of sad. He lived a pretty long life, but because of his political beliefs and during that time and stuff, he got picked up by the SS army, and he was really old, and he passed away like not too long after that too, which I thought was pretty sad. But his work lives on in like these really gorgeous paintings and stuff. So sorry, switching gears, just so you can kind of see what the design looks like. I did her hair, so that's what I was painting under there, if you're curious. So if you're wondering why I'm putting like so much orange and stuff, I want to make sure that when you're doing the reverse stamping, you want to make sure that the paint is wet. You don't want to be using tacky paint because if you're not careful, you could actually be lifting up the line work underneath. So again, if you feel like your paint is drying out, gob some more on. And this is not a good technique for you to be under a fan or something like that. You want to be able to be away from a fan or like extreme lighting. So let's see. Sorry, heavily focused right now. Alrighty, so that's kind of what that looks like so far. And let me move on to like another area while I let that dry a bit. Oh, I missed a part of the hair. So as you can see, the more ornate the design, the more kind of detail goes into it. So that's why I'm not talking. So I hope you guys are understand. But I'm trying to see how I can accomplish this. So I'm using the doll dance. I'm just coloring over these zodiac designs here in the circles. Yeah, when it comes to reverse stamping, you definitely don't want to rush. This is something where you have to have a little bit more patience. And that's why I only wanted to show you guys one, too. I'll tell you guys, like, honestly, I don't personally reverse stamping or if I do, it's very, very rare. And the reason for that is not because, you know, it's extremely difficult per se, but it's time consuming. And, you know, if you have the time and, you know, it's like a relaxing moment for you, which I have heard people say, which is great. But, you know, not everybody has that time for, you know, that type of manicure. And so I think it's a really good technique if you find something ornate that you like and you want to do that. But I can't do that every time. So I'm really find it admirable for people who can or who do reverse stamping all the time, because there definitely are artists out there, you know, like that's you know, they feel like their manicure isn't complete, and I give them credit. So that's what that's looking like. So I'm just gonna keep doing this blue around all the zodiac signs here. So this, I'm trying to be careful to not put too much and reconstitute too much of the lines. I want to keep that line work that I picked up here. Okay. So just making sure that my brush is clean. If your brush starts getting tacky, just clean it with acetone. So actually I can show you guys what I'm doing here. I have my acetone bottle here and I have a cotton pad, and basically when I clean, this thing is wet, and if I need to, I'll just push a little bit more so you can see how that wetness comes on the cotton pad. And that's all I need. And I just go in like a single direction to get the polish off. It's clean, ready to go, and I just keep painting. You want to make sure that your brush is clean. There's not a lot paint on it. If it's getting too tacky and there's like a ball on it like this and it's just kind of gobbed on there, clean it. If you are questioning your brush, just clean it. Those are just some helpful tidbits. And like I said, you know, with reverse stamping, it's not really a rush game. So be careful. And when you do, I promise your design will look awesome. Okay. There. That's what the design looks like. Okay. So I'm really using like a soft palette. I have a buttercup right here. This is a like a custardy yellow. Whoa, oh, tight. So I'm putting this here. And that's what I'm going to paint her turban here. In like this custardy yellow color. You guys like how it's turning out so far? I hope so. I usually leave the reverse stamping to Devon. Just because she likes doing stuff like that. I mean, like I said, it's not particularly hard. It's just try to stay away from it. Personally, I just don't have time. I have a toddler. So when it comes to nail time for me, I need something kind of relatively quick. So nothing against it. I just don't have the time right now to dedicate. Okay. And these brushes, if you were a previous subscriber, these brushes are perfect for, you know, all of the reverse stamping you might be doing with this current collection. So you know, we try to give you items that you can kind of build upon and add to your collection. Of course, that will always be useful. Yeah. Okay. Trying to figure out what. Okay, I think. Oh, it looks like I have more blue to use. Okay, I see. I'm kind of looking at the design here and then looking at this. Sometimes I get kind of lost. So I see I need some more doll dance. I'm not going to even bother with the polish that I've already laid down. I just going to grab some more and just keep painting, keep going along, because it's probably dry, and if it's not, it's too dry for doing reverse stamping. So don't try to, you know, be generous with your polishes when you're doing this. And besides, you're only using like a dot, so really you're not using a lot, but oh, okay, that looks like hair in the back. I think that, like I said, I'm trying to keep the design together so it makes sense when I stamp it on. So it looks like I need more hair color, which is this part right here. Okay. Hope you guys are hanging in there with me. Okay. I had some really interesting tidbits about William Morris too. Let me see. Let me turn the page here. So with William Morris, some things that kind of caught my eye and stuff that made me like, oh, that sounds pretty awesome. So he was a type of artist that, you know, I guess given the times, he wanted to change the perception of how designs were being used, and, you know, this idea around art being only for the rich, you know, kind of changed society around art. And as a result of, you know, the Industrial Revolution, I guess at that time, you know, it was really making the rich rich, you know, by changing from like farm life to factories. I think in the documentary, it said that it was only like a 30-year span between like farm workers and things like that, you know, really like homemade kind of things happening to like the Industrial Revolution, where people were going into like the factories and stuff, and obviously putting out goods a lot quicker than, you know, craft items. So he kind of developed, I don't know if he was just made famous for, or actually was like at the height of the arts and crafts era, but really made it popular. And so he created this company with a colleague of his, and you know, really kind of focusing on, again, the local artists and this idea of like dignified labor. You know, at that time, I guess factory work wasn't considered dignified, and people were working long hours and all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, I guess the condition of life wasn't, you know, as good. So here I'm going to use mint for that little earring area of this design. So basically, he kind of focused on, again, this area of craftsmanship, which for him, it was this idea of like somebody loving what they do. And it creates a maximum satisfaction for the worker, as well as creates sensitivity to their craft, you know, which I think if you're an artist, you know, that's really important. So, and he wanted to kind of create that camaraderie and stuff. And so that's what he decided to do. Aisha, you're too cute. I'm sure you don't want to hear me talking all day. But yeah, so I mean, those are kind of some things that I found to be really interesting. How is this gonna look? I feel like I need like a gold or something. Something a little bit more for like that, the beginning of the headpiece over there. Let's see. I don't have a gold with me, but I'm gonna go find one. Give me a second. I got Gold Rush. Gold Rush never fails me. This color is gorgeous. So let me take some of that. And I'm gonna color in this headpiece part. I feel like the warmth of Gold Rush will really help to bring out, it'll fit in the colors here, the color scheme I chose. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay. So here I am, I'm looking at the design, just trying to make sure I didn't like, I'm not missing pieces here. I think I see a little blip that I should polish in a little bit. I'm so glad you guys find this relaxing. I do too. When I get into it, like right now I don't have my toddler, so I'm enjoying your guys' company. But if he was here, whew, this would not be what I would be doing right now. Okay. So let's see. I think for like this bottom part over here, I'm gonna try and just add some Renaissance to the bottom. Because, and to be honest, I'm not quite sure I'll get much of that design there. So, okay. So I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. That's kind of what the design looks like. But I'm not gonna catch the full design to put, you know, the whole piece on the nail. So there you go. What do you guys think? I think she turned out beautiful. Ooh, that gold from Renaissance is really popping through. Okay. So I'm gonna try and wrap this up. I know this design has taken quite a long time, but I hope you guys got some tidbits and stuff from it. And I don't want to rush, but I'm going to go ahead while that is drying or trying to get tacky over there. I want to go ahead and put on my sticky base coat over the coconut. Oh. Don't you guys hate when you open up your polish and sometimes that happens? So let's see if I got magic. Yep, I got the magic. So let's see. Go ahead and I'm going to put just a thin layer, but just enough to, you know, help to adhere all of the parts of this design. Okay, make sure it's fully coated. So want to make sure that it gets to a tacky consistency. I would say if you need a time, it's like 45 to a minute, 45 seconds to a minute, but we'll just kind of wait it out, which is good because this gives us a little bit more time to dry. Okay. Another helpful tidbit, excuse me, that I thought was really, really cool is that William Morris at the time for his company that I had mentioned, which is called Morris & Co., he actually, with these two cousins, they were like the Garrett cousins, they were two females who actually became like the first, I guess you could call them like professional decorators. And they were considered like middle class, so which was very uncommon, a very uncommon profession for women at that time. So, you know, he created a role for the first time for jobs that hadn't been considered for middle class women, which I thought was pretty awesome that he was out doing that and offering, you know, positions to females in a time that they were being overlooked, which I thought was pretty cool. So, hooray for that. Okay, so we are sticky and we are tacky. So let's try. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Okay. There she is. My little zodiac lady. And I think that came on really nice. So where is my top coat? Okay, so basically, if you're curious, that sticky base coat really created a tacky layer for me to go ahead and transfer all of the pieces from this reverse stamp design to the nail. And if you can see, like even her eye, you can see all of those details. It's a little bit textured, but watch when I put the smudge-free top coat, which is something you should definitely have in your arsenal. If you don't, yeah, definitely have this because it helps to seal in your design. And don't worry about the texturing because I am about to fix that right now, right in front of your eyes. So okay. So of course, if you're painting this on your own nail, just go ahead and cap the edge. There. And voila, there you go. So we have to let her dry for a little bit, but that's what the design looks like. And if you wanted to, say for instance, if you have a really good top coat, or you like that extra high gloss, high shine top coats, because of course everybody has their own preference, then after using the smudge-free top coat, go ahead and use whatever top coat you want. You can do high gloss, you can do matte, whatever, but make sure that the in-between barrier between that top coat and what do you call the smudge top coat and your stamped design is a smudge free. So as you can see, I put the smudge free over and there are no smudge lines at all in this design or brush marks and stuff. And nothing is more irritating than working so hard on a reverse stamp design just to see streaks from the brush. So definitely get yourself this. We also have even replacement bottles or like refillable bottles that you can buy to refill these, but get yourself a smudge free if you don't have, or if you need to re-up on it, then we have that online as well. So I just wanted to show you, oh, let me get this out of the way because that's not the vibe. That's not cute, right? There you go. So I think somebody was asking me about base coats that I used. So I used quite a bit. I won't lie. So this one, the base coat is using, well, these two are the polishes that come with this particular box. So you got Baroque, which is the purple. You got Renaissance, that is this kind of silvery gold here. This base coat I use is Doll Dance, which is a really, really soft blue. light blue, and I stamped over with Winter's Kiss, which is like a gorgeous deep teal color. This one I'm using the base coat that is called Mint, and then I stamped with Chestnut, and I'm using the flower stickers that come with the box this month. And this is too much, but the base coat I use for this is called Coconut. You know, you don't have to do it the same way I do. I'm just kind of showing you and stuff, but I'm really glad that this reverse stamping, I hope you guys found it helpful, and, you know, watching me do it as well as relaxing. So I think that's pretty much going to sign me off for today's live. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, I know you're going to miss us. We're taking a break. Me and Dev are going to be taking a break. We rest up and come back next year with a lot more creativity, and hopefully revitalize with a whole bunch more of things that we can inspire you with. And don't forget, if you're a first-time subscriber, you have the discount code that I was sharing with you guys. This box is online right now for you to pick up. It's manixme.com. Use the coupon to get $5 off if you are a brand new subscriber, and there is the code. So if you're gonna get the box sub 5, use that code. If you are if you think the express kit works better for you, that's completely awesome and cool, and you can use sub 5x as the code. I hope you guys found today's unboxing to be super awesome, super informative, and a little bit of fun with my total nerdness with all the tidbits I gave you guys. But I want to wish you all a wonderful Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and stay safe and be kind, everyone. And I will see you guys in the coming new year. Happy 2022. Now I have to get used to writing that out. All right, you guys, take care.